Rasulullah found support from the people of Medina, Aus and Khazraj, two major tribes of Medina. So that was the time, and that was the reason for the migration, yes.
Okay, thank you. And the next question comes from Kalim, who's phoned in from Newcastle. In the Caliphate of the Prophet, peace be upon him, did Muslims, Christians and Jews live in the same lands peacefully?
Yes, of course. I mean, we can give many examples. The brightest example is how Muslims migrated to Abyssinia, and Abyssinia was Christian country. Prophet Muhammad praising the king, saying that that is the land of justice in which no one will be oppressed because of the king.
He was a Christian king.
Christian king, yeah. Najashi. Most likely, in my own understanding, Wallahu alam, he was Abunite. But as far as I know, the Western historians, they say that he used to follow Ganustian school of thought of Christianity, because now we have the main several schools of thought in Christianity, isn't it? Catholic, Orthodox, and Protestant, and few others, okay, Anglican, etc. And in that time, there used to be few more. Okay, so Abunites, it is the tribe, or it is the school of thought of Christianity, which were the closest to the ancient, you can say, Christians. And the ancient Christians, their title is Jewish Christians. Jewish Christians, it is the followers of Isa alayhi salam, who used to believe that Prophet Isa didn't come to abrogate Judaism, but he came to confirm and to clarify and purify the Judaism from extra innovated opinions. Okay, so that's what they used to believe. And Abunites, they follow this school of thought, saying that Isa alayhi salam is not physical son of God, and he is one of the prophets of Banu Israel, them type of things. So Najashi, the king of the Abyssinia in that time, used to follow this school of thought, Abunites. Okay, so Abunites, and there is Pope Arius. Of Alexandria and northern Africa. Okay, so he's also one of the leaders of the same school of thought. So all of them used to, you can say, live in the same time. And even if you remember, in the biography of Prophet Muhammad, we meet another two popes. One is Bahira Rahib, very famous as Bahira Rahib. Rahib is priest or monk. Bahira is, in Syrianic language, means chosen, the chosen monk. Okay, so maybe the closest Islamic terminology to this terminology would be Qutb. Okay, Qutb of Sufi, or Shaykhul Islam, or for example Grand Mufti of the thing. So so that used to, this person Bahir Rahib, his name used to be Jurges, priest Jurges, or priest Sergius, one of them too. He was also a Abunite. Okay, and after Bahira Rahib, the second one is Bahira Nastur. I'm sorry, Rahib Nastur, monk Nastur, who was the heir of Bahira Rahib. So all of them were from the same sect, from the same school of thought called Abunites. Okay, and Abunites are more or less very similar to our belief. Okay, that Isa alayhi salam was not physical son of God, and title of son of God is in Hebrew means man of God, prophet, or the person who is servant of God actually. Okay, so anyway, so Muslims lived there in Christian land, okay, in peace with Christians, next to the Christians. Even some of the Muslims, he actually left Islam and became Christian there in the Christian land, and no one did anything to him. So that is one example. And the second example is when Muhammad ﷺ migrated to Medina, so there were already some Jews, 3 Jewish tribes, as well as there were also pagans, Ibrahimis, who were following the damaged religion of Ibrahim ﷺ. So they were living in the peace. And also, as soon as Prophet Muhammad migrated to Medina, they made an agreement Okay, Wathiqatul Madina is very famous, Constitution of Medina. It's a historical document. Okay, so you can find its text even till today through authentic sources. Even the Orientalists, they speak about it in very high, you can say, respecting way, because it was just full of justice. Okay, so for example, saying that Muslims and Jews and anyone who's living in Medina, all of them are one nation against anyone who invades. So offense towards Muslims will be classed as offense towards the rest of the nations who are living in Medina. And offense towards Jews will be classed as the offense towards the rest of the nations who are living in Medina. So you can read this Constitution of Medina, and it's just amazing. So it maybe expresses, or it shows how Muslims used to live in that time, next to Jews, Christians, and other people. Yeah.
Okay, so this is an example that we should implement today, do you think?
100%, yeah. So maybe the best example for us, for Muslims who are living in the UK as well as in non-Muslim countries, Christian or Jewish countries, is how Muslims lived in Abyssinia. Okay, so let's suppose that if the Sahaba who were living in Abyssinia, if they would start killing the Christians and blowing, for example, their bazaars and the supermarkets and the traditional markets, how it would look like? Definitely evil. But Sahaba did not do it. Okay, so but we are doing it. So does it mean that we know something that Prophet and Sahaba didn't know? Or does it mean that we're better than Prophet and the Sahaba? Because they didn't do it, but we're doing it. Okay, so it means our understanding is not correct. Our understanding is not pure Islamic understanding. It could be pagan understanding, it could be Zoroastrian, whatever, it could be political understanding or many other, but not Islamic understanding. Because we saw the genuine members of Islam, Sahaba, living in Abyssinia, Christian land, and acting on very noble and well-behaved way. Okay, so definitely we have to learn from them. And Prophet ﷺ praised them, the Sahaba. He did not say, why are you guys not blowing the, for example, parliament, you know. So him not saying it means we should be acting like that.
It's a big signal for us today.
Exactly, yeah.